Hi everyone, welcome to Gallant IAS. So as you know, we are starting our 2021 Prelims test series this coming January 3rd, and we are kick-starting it with our history test. So before we'll start the test, we need to know what all are the important topics that is needed to cover in our coming tests for history, as well as what all are the important references that we should look upon to do the test. So for that, I would request our beloved Justin sir to brief up what all things that we need to look, as well as the references that are needed for our dear students.
Sure, thank you. Dear aspirants, dear friends, welcome to Gallant IAS. In this video, I will give you the complete picture about our test series, syllabus, topics, everything. Also, the importance of taking quality prelims test series for your 2021, how to approach it. Before that, let me start with a quote. The quote is, 99% of failures come from those people who have the habit of making excuses. I repeat, 99% of failures come from those people who have the habit of making excuses. Said by George Washington Carver. He was an agricultural scientist. So if you are a serious civil service aspirant, don't give excuses. Okay, let's see. Prelims test series. What are the common problems with aspirants when it comes to taking prelims test series, mock test series? Many aspirants say later on I will do. I will learn first and I will do later. So actually the problem is almost 1 year is over, few months left for your examination. Still you are saying that let me learn first, then I will give this exam. When you are going to give exam? Last month of your exam, or last 2 weeks of your exam, or second last day of your exam? Don't do that. That is foolishness. Right from at least from January itself, you start taking tests, quality tests for your prelims final examination. Because every test itself is a process of learning. Taking every quality test itself is a process of learning. You are learning, solving 100 questions, you are learning 400 concepts. Also, it is an opportunity to revise every subject thoroughly. So don't wait for the last day of your exam, last month of your exam. Right from now onwards, you take the test, don't worry about the score of your test. Okay, what matters is solving and familiarizing with 100 questions and 400 concepts. Practice UPSC standard questions. Many are taking tests, different types of tests. Some tests are too much difficult to answer. Too much fact-oriented questions are there. Aspirants soon will be admitted in the ICU on solving such questions. Actually, UPSC is not asking too much difficult questions here. UPSC questions are like, let me tell you, they are moderate questions. Their choices are very tricky. So you are practicing too much difficult questions is not going to save you in your final examination. You will have to practice exactly UPSC standard questions. UPSC standard questions, familiarizing with these UPSC standard questions, that's it. The pattern of UPSC, that's very, very important for you. Don't worry about the score. Many are confused about the score. Many are worried about the score. What if, like, I score less in the exam? What if I score below average in the exam? Yeah, this is just a mock trial round only, mock test series only, trial rounds only. You needn't be bothered about your score. What is important is, yes, how that test is utilized to its optimum, or how the test is utilized for your exam preparation. That is very important. Okay, 100, see, when you answer, when you take a full test, you are solving, or you are like familiarized with 100 questions and 400 choices. Okay, so I am telling you, don't worry about the score. Yes, take it as an opportunity to cover maximum topics and maximum questions, maximum areas. Okay, then it is a competition. Every test, yes, you will have to participate in a pan-India level competition, because your competition UPSC final examination, it is a pan-India level. So take the test which provide you a pan-India competition. Okay, and try to realize the strength and weaknesses of your areas, or maybe strength and weaknesses of yourself. Maybe you are strong in some subjects, you are weak in some subjects. That self assessment, self realization is very, very important before you going to give your final examination. Okay, improve your weaker areas, be confident with your stronger areas. That realization is very important, for which you must take quality standard UPC standard test series. And the series is definitely take care that is giving you an opportunity to revise well. That is giving you an opportunity to revise well. Okay, learning only will not help you to crack this examination. Okay, practicing a good number of questions, that is going to save in this examination. You are keeping on learning, no practice of prelims mains questions. What is the use of your preparation? Okay, so revise well, and test series provide you opportunity for good revision, good number of revision for each subject. Okay, and also we are providing 35 tests, including 12 CSAT tests. What I am saying is, once the test is over, you practice it again and again. Okay, every Sunday we will be conducting test. Yes, after every test you practice it again and again, because solving that much number of questions, definitely I am again telling you that much number of questions will definitely give you an edge over others in the final examination, because every test itself is an opportunity for revision. So once you learn everything, once you learned, then definitely the second process is revision. And don't reserve it for the last month or last day or last 2 weeks of your final exam. Start it from now onwards. Okay, so by attempting the test, taking the test itself, you are simultaneously learning the concepts also. Okay, so that's it. And don't be worried, don't be confused about this pattern of the questions, or maybe about the syllabus of this examination, about the solving strategies. Practice it from now onwards. Okay, what we are providing to you, of course, smart discussions will be there. Discussion is not about giving so much explanations or repetition of these answer keys and explanations. It is also about solving so many areas, topics, and smart techniques of solving questions would be covered there. How to apply the elimination. Okay, how to apply the elimination in various questions, what all the core areas to be covered from each module, all those things would be discussed there. Then our test series will be providing individual care. Individual care means if you are consistently scoring below the average, below the cutoff, there will be personal mentor assigned to you. And definitely in every subject, mentors will support you to improve your score in every subject or after every exams. Okay, and obviously UPC modeled questions would be there. It is exactly set by an expert panel who had an exposure to these prelims mains examinations. Okay, so an expert panel is setting these questions. And CSAT, definitely a good number of tests and discussions for CSAT will be there. And of course it is for an affordable fee, so it will be an opportunity, good opportunity to make yourself trained or make yourself polished, refined for the final examination. Okay, now here your first test, that is ancient and medieval India. Now you can ask me, what is the ancient India, medieval India role in your exam, in your final exam, prelims examination? Just to have a look into this particular tabular presentation or this particular chart. You see, from 2011 to 2020, okay, 2011 to 2020, you can see how the number of questions being asked from modern India, ancient India, medieval India and culture part in prelims examination. You see, ancient India, how many questions being asked in every year? Medieval India, how many questions being asked in every year? History altogether had a good weightage in your prelims examination. If your cutoff is 110, 120, history alone offers you something around 30 to 40 marks. Okay, that much weightage is there, something 20% of weightage in the final. I mean, in your prelims paper 1, history has a good weightage. 20% of the questions would be from history itself. That means 30 to 40 marks you can score from history alone, out of which they are asking ancient medieval India questions. Okay, an average of 4 questions would be from ancient India, maybe 2 questions from medieval India. Nowadays they started asking more questions from medieval India also. Okay, so a good coverage, and this is Pakka static area, a good coverage of ancient and medieval India through the test, that will definitely give you an edge in the final exam. Okay, what to cover in this ancient India? In the upcoming test, first test ancient India, see, this is the syllabus of your ancient India. You are covering from prehistoric India. Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Chalcolithic sites and their features. UPSC asked this. In different UPSC exams, they asked this. So prehistoric India, that is first module, then Indus Valley civilization, then Vedic age, then Mahachanpadas, then this Buddhism, Jainism, blockbuster modules, Buddhism, Jainism, then Mauryan Empire, post-Mauryan age, then Gupta age, post-Gupta age. These are the core modules from ancient India you have to cover for this exam from ancient India. Okay. Then you see from medieval India. Medieval India, it is early medieval India. First module is early medieval India. North Indian history, South Indian history, imperial Cholas, Bhakti Sufi movements, Delhi Sultanate, Vijayanagar Empire, Bahmani Kingdom, Mughal Empire, Maratha history, and advent of Europeans. These are the modules you have to cover from medieval India. Now here, you may ask me what are the reference books or what all things you have to refer for this examination. First, I will suggest you the material of Gallant IAS. I have taken a reference from, or I have done a good research with the different authentic sources of history. Okay, so let me tell you that Gallant IAS history study material will be very authentic sources to cover this ancient and medieval India. So I would suggest the material of Gallant IAS, okay, ancient India, medieval India material. Then NCERT, I would suggest you themes in Indian history, part 1, part 2, part 3. Themes in Indian history, part 1, part 2, part 3. NCERT textbook, class 12th. Then ancient India, old edition. R. Sharma edition, old edition, ancient India, class 11. Class 11, medieval India, Satish Chandra. Then modern India, old edition, class 12th by Biban Chandra. These are the authentic reference books. Tamil Nadu NCERT, no need to read. If you cover all these things, there is no need to read Tamil Nadu NCERTs. Okay, this is sufficient. Okay, this NCERT is sufficient. And for art and culture, I would suggest you read class 11, NCERT textbook class 11, and introduction to Indian art, and class 12 craft traditions of India. That is sufficient to cover this culture part. And also these culture, art and culture in the news, personalities in the news, all those current affairs also you cover. This will be the syllabus and reference material for your upcoming examination. Type of questions would be like this. Definitely from prehistoric India you can expect questions like, for example, the cultural aspects of this Stone Age, cultural aspects, rock cut, cave paintings. Okay, cave paintings are there, or maybe the pottery of these primitive people or prehistoric people, popular sites and their locations, prehistoric settlements, Chalcolithic, Neolithic settlements in India, their locations, okay. Then some popular monuments in India, some popular monuments, temples, the locations and the builders or the dynasties who built such temples or monuments or such architectural like wonders, etc. Different schools of Indian philosophy, Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivika school of philosophy, or this like Vedic schools of philosophy. Go through it. Different schools of philosophy, Buddhism, Jainism, their core teachings, ideologies, popular literary works of ancient India. For example, Arthashastra, Megasthenes Indica, Sangam literature. Okay, literary works of Gupta age, literary works of this Maurya age. Okay, so literary works and what all they are dealing with, that is important. Rulers and their place in ancient India. I mean, rulers and their historical significance or cultural significance in ancient and medieval India. That is important. Literary works of medieval India is important. Then philosophy, Bhakti Sufi traditions and philosophies of medieval India is important. Those Bhakti saints, Sufi saints are important. Terminology, medieval India, ancient India, terminology related questions are important. Chronology related questions are important. Chronology related questions are important. Okay, chronology of rulers, chronology of events, chronology of battles. Reforms are there, administrative reforms or maybe social reforms or cultural reforms of ancient medieval India important. Pottery of this ancient India is important. Inscriptions of ancient medieval India is important. IV's Indus Valley civilization and their findings are important. And the historical events or maybe historical site or cultural events or personalities, historical personalities in the news, they are also important. So these are some things which you have to cover for this examination. Don't worry what you learned, what not you learned. Just be courageous enough to take this test and try to make a self-assessment, a self-analysis where you stand in ancient India, medieval India. Okay, try to realize your strength and weakness and rectify your weakness. That's very, very important for you. This is fully static area. If you prepare it very well, yeah, yes, that will give you a mileage, additional advantage in your final examination. So prepare accordingly. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you.